Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of Corpse Party Book of Shadows. So last episode, I don't quite remember where we were at, but I do remember that we found collapsed floors, creepy paintings, stuff like that. And we hawked up some hair. Very disgusting. And we finally got to some actual gameplay. Now, oh yes, we're on the stairwell because we, heard some stuff. Let's go up a little further. A body that's huddled in a corner. It's kind of creepy. There are bleached white skeletal remains here. Based on their build, it seems likely that this was a female middle school or high school student. Her student ID name tag is lying on the ground nearby. Matsukaze Prefectural High School, Rei Kurosawa. Okay, nothing else here. Let's progress a little further down the hall. Go down a little further. Whoa, the boys' room is completely boarded up. It won't be possible to get inside. Well, crap. Not like we need it. Completely boarded up, so when we get inside. Well, you weren't boarded up last. Oh, wait, yes, you were. A hallway. Oh, here we go. That's the exact stall. Okay. Let's read you. Shaky, faded lettering could just barely be made out on the old filer. Put it out of your mind. Don't worry. Eat, laugh, go nuts. Let the darkness in. Suddenly I felt a sickness in the pit of my stomach. It was almost unbearable. I felt like I was forgetting something absolutely crucial. Something I was consciously trying to forget, but I absolutely had to remember, no matter what. Yeah, it's that she's like hanging herself in here somewhere. Pick up the bucket. Can we? We can get the bucket. It's an old rusty bucket full of maggots. Best to keep your distance. No, it's not. I'll try to go out then. Well, this is odd. I thought we were supposed to come this way. Huh. Guess I was wrong. Okay. To me, it seems like we're stuck here. Let's go a couple moments. I don't know. The board should be sturdy enough to get across to the side. Where some sort of mechanism was a conspicuous lever awaits. There's a large hole in the floor with a single board stretched across it serving as a makeshift bridge. Okay, there's a large hole in the floor with a single board stretched across it serving as a makeshift bridge. Okay. Okay, so we can't cross anymore. Okay. So there's something up here we're not doing. Okay. Back to the ladies' room. What could we be forgetting? I know it has to have something to do with Seiko. What the hell? No matter how much I wondered, I just couldn't seem to figure out where Seiko had run off to. And I'd been teased from the shadows and frightened the whole time. I was searching. I couldn't take much of it. I was losing my mind. When I came back to my senses, I found myself standing in the hallway on the 3rd floor of the school building. Oh, Christ. I began to doubt myself, to doubt the fated events that lie ahead, or whatever these horrific future memories were. It couldn't actually happen, right? I had no real reason to doubt the things I'd been envisioning, of course, but I kept telling myself it was all just paranoia.
今までだって
I'd experienced deja vu many times in my life, ever since I was a little girl. It didn't have to mean anything.
記憶の引き出し
Someone
に
once
詰ま
told
っ
me
て
that
いる
deja vu was just the brain recognizing a similar situation from one's past and making a false connection, pulling the wrong file.
もうやだ
Please, no more. Seiko! Seiko, please, don't leave me by myself.
何かに頭
I'd
を支
basically
配
lost
さ
all
れたよう
ability
に
to reason, and as if my mind had been taken over by some outside force,
泣き崩れてし
I
まった
broke down on the spot and began crying.
あの音は
What's that?
壁を蹴るよう
A
な
loud
大きな
sound caught
音
my
に
attention. It sounded like someone
引
kicking
っ
a
張られ
wall.
るように
I shot up from the
私の
ground as
腰
if I
は
were yanked.
同時に
And as I
このシチュエーション
rose,
の記憶
my
の
brain
引き出し
began
が
recognizing a similar
ゆっくり
situation
と
from my
開き
past.
始める
A file was being pulled.
やだ
No.
トイレの中から聞
Sounds
こえ
of a
てくる
struggle coming from inside the bathroom stall. It's exactly the same. Okay, it's the Seiko moment.
しん
There
と
was
張
an
り詰め
eerie
た空気の
stillness
女
in
子
the
トイ
air
レの
within the
中
girls' lavatory.
人の気配は
I
全
didn't
く
feel
し
like
ない
there
け
was
れど
anyone else in here
奥
with
から
me,
3
but I
つ目の
sensed
扉
a
が
slight movement on the
今
third stall door from
閉
the
じた
back,
ように見えた
as if it were just closed. You could just
私の
sit down
心
there,
臓が跳ね回る
my heart was racing. I was so nervous. It
血が
felt like
逆
all
流
the
してい
blood
る
in
よう
my
な
body
感覚にな
had
る
begun flowing in reverse
この
behind
扉
this
の
door. It was Seiko. No, just a noose.
聖子
Seiko, where are you? I miss you.
ロープを見て
Just looking
真
at
っ
the
暗な
noose
気持ち
sent a
になる
wave of dark feelings through my mind.
やっぱり死の
The
運命は
specter of death
すぐ
was
目
right
の
in
前
front of
で
me,
口を開
baring
け
its
て
fangs.
このまま
If I went too much longer without finding her... What the fuck?
背後でまた
The same
壁を
dull
蹴るよう
thud
な音
echoed
がし
again
て
from behind me.
驚い
Startled,
て振り
I
返る
turned back toward the stall.
誰もいない個
No one
室
was
なの
there,
に
so what was I hearing? The wall. There's a breeze coming out from it.
手を軽く握
I
った
stepped
甲の方
inside
で
and began lightly
壁のあたり
knocking
を
on the back
ノックし
wall
てみ
in
る
several different spots. Okay. Ba-bum, ba-dum. Ah, it's hollow.
よく見ると
Looking
周
closely,
り
the
の
wall
壁板
did
が少
just
し浮い
out,
ている
did jut out very slightly, right around that exact spot.
私は考えるより先
Unconsciously,
に
I pushed on it,
壁の一部
and a
が
small piece of
道路のよう
paneling
に
swung out
奥
into
に
the
向かっ
space
て開
beyond
く
like a door.
壁だとばかり
It
思
was
ってい
well
たから
hidden, to say the least. Never
まさか
once
奥
would
に
I have
空間
guessed
があ
there
ると
was
は
a
思い
hidden
もしな
room
かった
behind this particular bathroom stall.
真っ暗
It's really dark in here. I know where you are.
畳を縦に
The
2
room
枚
was
並べ
extremely
たくら
narrow,
いの
making it
細
feel
長い
longer
空
than it
間が
was. You could
そこに
fit
はあっ
maybe
た
two tatami mats on the ground there, end to
行
end.
き止まりの床
A
に
hole
は
was cut into the
人が入
floor
れるく
in
ら
the
いの
back,
穴が開いていて
fitted with a ladder leading down
下の
into
階
the
に降
main
りら
school
れる
building below.
下の階が見えな
I
い
peered down the hole, but could see no sign of a floor, nor the end of the ladder. This thing could lead all the way to ground level, or even further. Jesus
気
Christ!
圧か
Whether due
風
to
のせい
pressure
なのか
differentials or the breeze in the
隠し
air,
扉が
the secret door
勝手に
suddenly
閉ま
shut
ってい
itself
た
behind me.
さっきからの音
That
は
must have been
こ
what
れ
I
だ
was
ったの
hearing
か
earlier.
この穴
A
場所
wretched
が場所
smell
だけ
was
に
was
ものすご
wafting
い
up
臭
from
気が
below, hardly a
立ち込めている
surprise given where I was.
この下に降り
I
て
didn't
も
want to imagine what unspeakable things might
想
await
像を
me
絶
at
す
the
る
bottom
場
of
所
this
に
ladder. But if Seiko had gone this way, I shook off my misgivings, and began descending. I don't know if that's a smart move, woman, but we're gonna find out. It's not like a ladder. What are we gonna
汚
fall?
物が溜まって
I
い
wonder
る
if
部屋
maybe
に
this
着く
ladder
んじゃ
ended
な
in a
いかな
garbage dump or something. I
自
stopped
分
in
に
my
問いかける
tracks,
と
seriously
戻りたくなって
considering
足
turning
が
back.
でも
But I
もう
didn't
二度
want
と
to
来たく
miss
ないし
something and have
そ
to
れな
do
ら
this
今
again
確
later.
認してしまおう
So I figured I might as well tough it out and see what I might find down at the bottom.
考えを
I
二
was
転三転させながら
waffling between my desire to be
なるべく
thorough
空気
and
を
my
吸わ
instinct
な
to
いよう
turn
に
back, but I kept
息を
climbing
止め
down,
て
and
はしごを
all the
降り
while
た
holding my breath as much as I could. I wouldn't be holding my breath.
はしご
Sure is wet. If I'm not careful, I might slip.
とりあえず
Slip? Oh, God.
やだ
Ew. What? Ew. This is creepy.
よかった
I'm really glad it's not a garbage dump.
そこは
I seemed to be in a cave-like room with muddy walls and a dirt floor.
降りてきた穴
Looking
か
up,
ら
I could see a very
薄暗い
faint light
光
coming
が
from the hole I
少
just
しだ
climbed
け
through,
照らしてくれて
but
い
the
る
whole
け
area
ど
was otherwise pitch black.
調べる意
There
味
doesn't seem to
あ
be
るか
anything
な
to
この
find
部
in
屋
here at all. I'm probably just wasting my time. Sorry about that, guys. Okay.
辺りを見回そうと
While surveying my
立ち上がろう
surroundings
と
as
した
best as I could, I attempted to stand
け
up,
れど
but that didn't go very well. Ugh. Ow, what the hell?
足首が
My
すごい
ankle had
熱を持っ
swollen
て
pretty
腫れてい
badly
た
and felt like it was on fire.
聖子に手当
It
てを
was
し
the
てもら
same
った
sprained ankle Seiko
捻
had
挫した
tended
方の
earlier.
足首で
I
着
must
地
have
して
landed
し
on
ま
it
い
when I slipped from the ladder,
また痛めてし
aggravating
まっ
it
た
further.
嘘
No. Why is this happening?
大丈夫な方の
I
足で
made
立ち
another
上が
attempt to
り
get up, this time onto my good ankle. If I shifted my weight so the majority of it rested on that
歩こ
leg,
うとして
maybe I could
体
walk.
重
Ow!
呆然とし
No
た
such luck. I wasn't going anywhere.
こんな真っ
I was
暗な
stuck
場
in
所
this
で
dark, dank cave
誰にも気づ
where
い
no
て
one
も
would
らえ
ever
ない
find
と
me.
ころで
With the ladder, I couldn't see.
足のしびれが
My leg
だんだ
had
ん解けて
begun going numb,
じ
and
ん
the
じん
pain
と
from my ankle
重
was
い
almost
痛み
unbearable.
やだ
No,
やだよ
no. I'll have to get out of here. I have to.
壁に体を預けなが
Leaning
ら
on the wall for
捻挫した
support, I
方の
attempted
足
to
を浮か
stand
せ
once
て
more.
もう一
This
度
time holding my
片足で
sprained
立ち上
ankle
がる
in the air as best as I could.
はしごに両手
I
をかけ
placed
て
both my hands on the
上がろ
ladder,
うとするけ
but
れ
it
ど
was of no use.
最初の
I
一歩が
couldn't even
上が
make
ら
the
ない
first step. Oh god.
意を決して
Mustering all my
片足
strength, I
立ちのま
figured
ま
I'd give
ジャンプする
jumping a try, even if it was only with one leg.
濡れたはし
But
ご
as
の
soon
一
as
段
the
目
other
に
one came in contact
足を
with
か
the
けようと
bottom
したん
rung
だけれど
of that wet, slippery ladder. Yeah.
全身の血の
I
気が
could
引いてい
feel
く
myself turning pale.
これ
I was well and
本当に無理だ
truly stuck.
冗談じゃない
This was no joke. I was frantic. I tried
私は
climbing the ladder again and
必死に
again,
なって
but just kept finding
何度も
myself
はしごを上がろう
sprawled
と
unceremoniously
もがいても
across the ground.
何度繰り返したかわからない
Okay,
周囲の
I
壁から
couldn't even
出られ
say
る
how
場所
many
がないか
times
も
I
探した
I challenged those damned rungs. I even searched the walls nearby for another way
で
out.
も
But it was
その希
simply
望
no
がこ
use.
自然に
Tears were welling up in my eyes
Minnie.
uncontrollably.
ごめん
I'm so sorry, Seiko. I can't make it. I can't save you. That's kind of saddening,
目
actually.
の前に
And then all of a
人の
sudden,
気配
I
がした
sensed a person in front of me.
お友達のところに
If
行
you
き
want to
た
find
け
your
れ
friend,
ば
you can't just give
負け
up.
ないで。
I thought this was like a bad ending or something.
よくここまで来た
I'm
ね。
impressed you made it this far.
頑張っ
You've
た
done well.
目の前に
Oh
小さな女の子が立ってい
It
た
was a little girl. She was just
優
there.
しい声で
And she spoke to me in a
ゆっくり
very
近づいてきて
comforting voice. Get away from her!
ギュッと
Then she hugged me
私の
tightly,
頭を
as if trying to
抱えるように
enshroud
抱きしめ
my
てくれ
head with her being.
よしよし。
There, there. It'll be alright.
大丈夫。
I'll let you see her if you'd
会わ
like.
せてあげ
Will
る
you
よ。
listen to what I have to say? Yeah.
もう
I didn't care who. I didn't care if it was a person or a ghost. I just wanted somebody,
誰か
anybody, to save Seiko.
いい子。
Good, good girl.
いい子。
Good girl. That's a good girl.
大丈夫。
Everything's going to be okay.
そう記憶は
Painful memories, you see,
その方
are
が
the funniest
面
of them
白
all.
いから。
It is a bad ending? No? What? Okay, so I'm very confused. Naomi, you insensitive jerk. No, I shouldn't say that about her. It was my fault. Naomi was just scared, and after what she went through, I don't blame her.
いつもあんなに明るいのに
She's always been so cheery, and
いつ
so
もあん
kind.
なに優しいのに
But I brought out all her pain, all her tears,
泣いちゃダメ
and
な
that's the one thing a friend should never do. A smile suits her face best of all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Naomi. I'm sorry for making you so sad. I feel so lost without you. It's the same for me, Seiko. Seiko, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. I just want us to be together forever. Naomi. But when I'm with you, don't I make you mad? Don't I rub you the wrong way and make things unbearable for you? Of course you don't. That was just me being stubborn and pouting and behaving like a spoiled brat. Seiko approached me with arms outstretched. She wanted to hug me, and I immediately obliged without the slightest hesitation. This was Seiko, warm and alive, soft and smelling lovely as usual. I'll never let you go again. Me neither. You better not. Oh, that's sweet. There's a Japanese-style room over there, with tatami mats and everything. We should go sit down and try to calm our nerves a little. A break sounds nice. Let's go. Custodian's closet. This is one of those doors that wouldn't open, isn't it? Oh, huh? I passed out earlier, I guess. When I came to, I was lying down in this room. I was someplace underground, I think, with no way out, and then I saw a little girl, was it? For the life of me, I just couldn't remember clearly. That's really odd. Maybe you have a guardian angel on your side or a ghost. Come on, don't say that. Well, remember what that spirit told us when we first got here? He said not all ghosts are bad. Not all bad, huh? Seiko calmly opened the door and stepped into the custodian's closet. I could hardly believe this was the same person who got scared out of her mind at the first sight of a ghost only a few hours before. 1 second, guys. Okay. You seem a lot more fearless now than you were when we got here, Seiko. Or is that just me? Hmm? As long as you're around, Naomi, I feel like I've got nothing at all to be scared of. That's all and well. That's all well and good. But just make sure you don't let your guard down, okay? Okay. We saved her. We've never been here with these two before in the first game, so this is totally going different here. There weren't any working lights in the custodian's closet, but it definitely felt a lot safer in here than it did out in the creaky hallways. The two of us plopped down next to one another on the tatami for a long while. Neither of us said a word. I guess we weren't sure what to talk about. I'm so glad you're okay, Seiko. You too, Naomi. How's the ankle? Still hurt? I feel like it did really badly for a while there, but it's totally fine at the moment. Strange. Glad to hear it. Did you manage to find your paper doll scrap? No, it's still missing. Guess I must have dropped it somewhere else. And finding anything in this place is quite a feat. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. When we get back, we can always ask the class rep to perform the ritual again. Then we can get you a replacement. Listen. In the first game, you need all the pieces and the people to get out. So if she doesn't have her piece, and she's alive right now, she's never getting out. But I don't know. I'm trying to figure this out. Okay. That's true. Once we'd calmed down a bit, we reached a point where we simply didn't want to leave the room anymore. We had no desire to go back into those halls. So we didn't. We stayed right there. We were there for a really long time. Just chatting endlessly with one another, casual as can be. About class, about the festival, and our sleepover the previous night. Ordinary everyday conversation. But then I happened to look over and catch Seiko staring at me. Yeah, totally. Seiko, something wrong? Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Okay, that's confusing. It was too dark to see Seiko's features in any great detail, but something seemed to miss. It was her face. Was she blushing? Naomi? This is hard for me to say. But, well, oh god, this is gonna be weird, isn't it? What is it? She had an uncharacteristically serious expression on her face and seemed really nervous. What? What was it, Seiko? What were you trying to tell me?
やっぱいいや
Never you mind. Oh, she's in love with Naomi, isn't she?
何
Oh,
それ
come on.
気になるじゃん
Now my
言ってよ
curiosity is killing me. Just spill it out already.
笑わない
Promise you won't laugh?
うん
If you don't want me to, then I won't.
私
Okay,
本
because
気
I'm
なんだ
totally serious.
ドキッとした
My head skipped a beat. My heart
ここ
skipped
で
a beat.
初めて
This was the beginning.
私は
How could I have been
どこ
so
まで
dense all this
同感なの
time? Be the beginning. Dense. What is she talking about?
ここって何
Since
が
we
起
have
こ
no
る
idea
かわ
what's
から
going to
ないか
happen
ら
to us in
ちゃ
here,
んと伝
there's
えておき
something
た
I
い
really
の
need to tell you.
うん
Okay.
聖子の視線が
Seiko's focus changed. Her gaze is now directed squarely on
私
my
の
lips.
唇に注
Wait,
がれている
was this?
あのね
Will you, kiss me?
キスして
Huh?
したいの
I want to kiss you. Okay. Weird, but no space for that. Why?
好きだから
Because I love you. I knew it!
友達とし
As a
てでし
friend,
ょ
right? No.
聖子は黙っ
Seiko
て
didn't say a
首
word.
を
She
ブン
just
ブン
shook
と
her
横
head
に振る
fervently. I was dumbfounded.
頭が真っ白にな
Was
る
she confessing to me?
男子にも
I hadn't
され
even
たこ
had
と
a
ない
boy
のに
confess to me yet.
聖子は
She hung her head low,
耐えきれ
staring
ない
down at her
って
feet.
様
My
子で
silence seemed almost like it was
見つめ
causing her
て
physical
黙っ
pain.
てしまった
She looked like she might explode.
よく見えな
I
いけど
couldn't see her face clearly, but I was certain she must have been
顔を
quivering
耳まで
and
真っ赤
blushing
にして
from her ear to
ブ
ear.
ルブルと本気なの
You're serious?
結婚し
I'd
たい
marry you if I could. I would want to
チュー
kiss
も
you
したい
and hug you too.
ハグもしたいこんなに
That
小
was
さ
the
くて
first time I'd ever heard Seiko
震え
speak
た
so
聖子の
softly,
声
or with such a stammer
初
in her
めて聞
voice.
いた
Well, this is a love story plot twist.
私は
Before I knew it, I was crying. I had
気がつくと
no idea why.
理由
Seiko,
聖子
I'm sorry.
ごめん
I...
私
What's wrong with
私
you?
は
I ran out of the room and just
一人で
took off down the
病院
hall.
涙の
I
理
was
由は
still couldn't tell why I was
自
crying.
分
It
で
was
も
like I
理
was
解で
scared,
きなかった
or maybe I was happy, or maybe I just lost a friend.
嬉し
Oh man, that is sad. I needed to calm down. The Seiko I was friends with wasn't gone.
友
She
達だっ
hadn't
た
been
せい
lost.
恋に関して
Regardless
は
of
どう
whether
あ
or
れ
not I was able to return her feelings,
ありがとうって
I
言うべ
owed
きだ
her
し
at least a thank you.
聖子
Seiko must have been
私が
pretty
こんな
deep in
反応じゃ
regret by that point.
今
I needed to
と
get back to
後
her.
悔し
I
ている
needed to let her know that I would
戻って
still stand
フォロー
by
して
her. She's hung now. This is where the hanging happens. Huh?
突然
I was suddenly
すぐ
distracted by the
近
sound
く
of
で
a dripping water
水の
nearby.
蛇口を緩
It
くひねった
was
よう
if
に
it was if someone
勢い
had
は
left a
ないけれ
faucet
ど
on, but only just,
でも
and it was
止めど
slowly
なく
spilling out
水が
into the floor.
どこから
But
聞
where
こえ
was
て
it?
くる
It
んだろ
sounded
う
close, yet there was no sign of
辺
running
りを
water
見
anywhere
回した時
that I could see. I had a bad feeling about
私は
this,
近い
and all I knew was it was
あ
close.
まりに近い
Like, really close. Wait, no, it couldn't be. I looked down at my
So-
feet, and I gasped.
私は
One
ふ
second,
と足
guys.
元を見て息を飲んだ
One sec. Okay. And I gasped, okay?
私の太ももを
An
伝え
unpleasant looking black fluid was
黒い
running down my
液体が
thighs and pooling up on the floor
床に溜まっていた。
beneath my feet.
それは
And it
まだ
wasn't
止まらず
stopping. What the hell? My darkening isn't that high. I'm guessing it was what it would have been.
やだ
Ew, what the hell? What is
これ
this?
慌てて指
I
で吸って
hesitantly
みた
collected a bit of it on my
血
finger
ではな
and
い
studied it. It wasn't blood.
タールの
It
よう
was
な
almost tar-like in
黒
consistency,
く
smooth
サラサ
and
ラした
vicious.
液よく見
And
る
it
と
seemed to be faintly
うっすら
glowing as well.
光っている
Why was something like this coming out of my
なんでこんな
body?
のが
I don't know, this is
手でつ
friggin'
いた黒い
weird.
液体をスカート
I
に
went
なす
to
りつ
wipe
け
my finger on my skirt
腰を
and
抜かした
shifted
よう
it
に後ず
in
さり
place,
した私は
only to lose
足がもつれて
my
その
footing
ま
and
ま
fall
床に
backwards,
尻
landing
餅を
hard
つ
on my rear. Why are you screaming at that? I put my hands on my sides of my head, closed my eyes and screamed. I reached my limit. I just wanted all of this to be over. But try as I might to shut out the world was determined not to be ignored. It was like heaven and earth were moving all around me. What about hell? I felt dizzy. It was like my soul and my body were separating. I became accurately aware of my own mass and started observing over it. It was so heavy. My head, in particular, the human cranium weighs about 5 kilograms, and I could feel every last gram straining my neck, muscles. It was hurting my back. What's happening? I'm losing consciousness. Can't open my eyes. Ew. All the blood in my body came rushing up to my head. Why was this happening? I could feel the blood vessels in my face pressing against my skin. I could see blood behind my eyelids. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts so much. The blood just kept coming. It wouldn't stop. It felt like my blood vessels, my eyes, my whole head could burst at any moment. Somebody, please save me. Seiko! Be careful. You're about to fall into the valley of the past and future memories. Just as my last vestiges of consciousness were fading, I heard a little girl's voice, but I was in pain as I was weighed down. I couldn't open my eyes. If you wish to save your friend, you'll need to overcome fate itself. What are you saying? The heaviness in my head grew at an alarming rate, and I heard a tearing sound behind my ears. It was the sound of a major blood vessel breaking wide open. I was certain I was going to die, but then the pain and dizziness simply vanished. I had a sensation of a faint shimmering before my eyes. I was wondering if maybe I could open them now. Slowly and carefully, I relaxed my muscles that were forcibly and fearfully holding my eyelids shut. Where am I? Am I home? What the hell? What the... Hold on one sec. Okay. This isn't Heavenly Host. I know exactly where I was. I'd seen this image a million times before. I'd just seen it this morning with Seiko. This was my house. Huh? Am I really home? Was it all a dream, maybe? Mom, I'm home. Something wasn't right. My field of vision was low to the ground and everything around me looked much larger than it should. What was going on? Naomi, guess what? I brought you a cat. Who's Naoki? Huh? Dad? You've always been so mature, watching the house all by yourself when we're away. Come on, pet it. Isn't she great, Naomi? Ah! Mom! Now you'll have someone to keep you company. Sorry we're always so late coming home from work, sweetie. It's so nice that we can trust you, though. I am really sorry, but now you won't be lonely anymore, right? Stop this. What the f... May would spend half her time indoors, and the other half in the backyard, as if she were out to pasture or something. It may have been much land. It may not have been much land, but it was her territory, and she rarely ventured outside of it. Once I was so upset that my parents were going to be late coming home from work again, that I scooped up May and ran away from home for a little while. Papa, Mama, I hate you. What the fuck? Stop it! It's because you're here, May. Because you're here. Papa and Mama don't think they have to come home. It's your fault, you know. Naomi, what's wrong? Why are you crying? Where did you and May run off to? I'm sorry, May. I don't want us to be apart. I said a really mean thing to you, May. I'm so sorry. No, it's alright, Naomi. May will always be there for you. She loves you, you know. She can sense exactly how you feel, and she's very understanding. Anyway, guys, we're going to end the video here for today. Please comment and subscribe. Tell me what you think of this series so far. I think it's awesome and quite messed. I hope to see you guys next time. Take care, and hope to see you guys in the next episode.